Welcome everyone. We're at 1011 East El Alameda. This was Bing Crosby's house here in Palm Springs, California. It was built in 1934. It is 3,237 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom home with 4 baths. Bing and his wife Dixie Lee had been coming to Palm Springs since the 1930s. He would perform at the Racket Club here at Palm Springs. He was a regular at local golf tournaments. In 1952, he broadcasted his weekly program from the Plaza Theater. Bing is buried at Holy Cross Cemetery, so let's go out there and pay a visit. This is the main entrance to Holy Cross Cemetery. If you park to the left right here, you'll find Harry Lillis Bing Crosby. Dies in 1977. His song White Christmas remains the best-selling single of all time, selling over 50 million copies. He wins an Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance in the 1944 film Going My Way. He appears in 70 films and records over 1,600 songs. Next door neighbor, Bela Lugosi. Dies 1956.
More Wolfbane, more effective than Wolfbane, Count. Indeed.
I didn't go to Hollywood in this video, so here's a picture of Bella's house located at 2829 Westshire Drive in Los Angeles. It is 3,600 square feet, 4-bedroom, 5-bath home built in 1930. Hey, here's some happy turtles. Please go over to my Facebook page, Famous Graves with Diamond Dave. I plan on using it to communicate with subscribers, so take a look at it. This is Jack Benny's house located at 424 West Vista Chino in Palm Springs. This was his winter home for he and his wife. A 3-car garage. A large lot in the back. It is 4,946 square feet, 7 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Built in 1952. It is located in the Little Tuscany neighborhood. Property taxes are $23,597 per year. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of tax money. It recently sold for $4.1 million. The price you pay to ride your bike in good weather in Palm Springs. Now let's go out to the mausoleum where Jack is interred. This is the main mausoleum here at Hillside Memorial Park. There's an elevator, so it's 2 stories. I believe just to the right should be Jack Benny. Yes, comedian Jack Benny, legendary comedian. It looks like he gets plenty of visitors. Do you remember the Jack Benny show?
Pardon me, but are you just starting one of our courses?
Yeah.
Well, I'm the official photographer. I'd like to take your picture for the before and after ads, if you have no objection.
The before and after?
That's right.
Oh, I don't mind. No.
Would you mind stepping up here, please?
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, you know, I'm taking a 6-week course here, you see. When do you take the after picture?
Right away.
Oh, you do. funniest thing that I've ever heard of. I mean, taking it. Send me a dozen.
Jack's hard to beat. Love the reruns. This is the first mausoleum that I've been in that has carpeting, flooring. These walls look like mahogany or cherry. Just beautiful in here. The back side yard has a Statue of Liberty. Lights up at night. One car garage, interestingly. House is built in 1952. If you think of those days, Dad was a breadwinner. Mom was a housewife. One car families. Can you guess who lived here? A hint would be the piano key awnings above the window shades. He had 3 homes here in Palm Springs, one in Las Vegas, another in Hollywood. Mr. Showmanship. We're at the corner of Camino Norte and Cahuilla. This is in the old Las Palmas elite section of Palm Springs. Located at 1441 North Cahuilla Road. Lots of Mercedes-Benz in this town and Rolls-Royces. Liberace bought this house in 1966, used it as a primary residence until 1974. The present owners bought it in 2010. Here is the famous piano mailbox. Piazza di Liberace. Let's make our way out to Hollywood Hills Cemetery in North Hollywood. Well, we got the deer out today. They're all over the cemetery. Gonna stop and get a flower snack. Nice. Have Liberace. He's buried here with his mother Frances. Also his brother George. Liberace had a twin that died at birth. He's the highest paid entertainer from the 1950s throughout the 70s. Some shows in New York City, he would earn up to $1.4 million per show. He'd also earn about $50,000 per week at the Riviera Hotel Casino down on the Strip in Las Vegas. Ends up dying of pneumonia complicated by AIDS. Some of the outfits he'd wear on stage, the buttons were actually real diamonds. Very elaborate. Liberace. Back in Palm Springs, we're at 432 Hermosa Place, the former home of Dinah Shore. It was built in 1964, built on 1.3 acres. It has 6 bedrooms and 7.5 baths. There's also a guest house overlooking the pool in the back, but of course we can't go back there. The main home is 7,022 square feet. You can buy it today for $9 million or rent it from Leonardo DiCaprio for $43,000 a month. How about that? If you do, you need your head examined for sure. We're on the public sidewalk. We can film from public. Now let's go out to Hillside Memorial Park and make a Dinah Shore grave visit. Do you remember the Chevrolet commercial she did? What was it, late 60s? See, the USA and the Chevrolet. She also had the Dinah Shore talk show in the 70s. She was a singer. Also a one-time girlfriend of Burt Reynolds.
Shouldn't I be starting my sauce now? I don't have the duck sauce ingredient in the closet.
Oh, I put this in here. There you go.
I can't get over how thin we were.
This is when Burt Reynolds was a big-time box office star. Do you remember Smokey and the Bandit? Well, I hope I'm not making you seasick, but we're back at Palm Springs. We're at 323 Camino Norte. This is the home of Alan Ladd, designed by Donald Wexler. He designed it in 1953. Home was built in 1954. Quite secluded. I definitely want to see the home, so I think I'll come over to this gate, lift my camera over the gate. I drove this far. I want to see the house. It's got a 2-car garage. The home is 4,000 square feet, 5 bedroom, 5 bathrooms. Nothing like feeling creepy. But the home is listed on a tour guide for the city of Palm Springs, so it's to be expected that tourists are going to show up. Alan Ladd is interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale. We'll make our way out there. While we're there, he's in the same corridor with other famous graves, so we'll make some brief stops when we get out there. There'll be several crypts that we'll visit in this area. Starting out on the left is television producer Al Simon. He does I Love Lucy, Mr. Ed, The Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres, among others. Now over to the right, the crypts on the right wall. Up towards the top, we'll find Marie McDonald. She was an actress, singer, model. She was married 7 times. Sadly, she had 2 children die at birth, a boy and a girl, 1949 and 1952. Neighbors right next door, Gracie Allen and George Burns. George makes it to age 100. Before he died, he'd visit his wife Gracie every Saturday. Next section over towards the top is singer Nat King Cole. He has hit records. He actually sells 50 million copies of pop singles, country, and R&B. His daughter Natalie has a ground interment here. Jeanette MacDonald was quite a singer, has a beautiful high voice. I wish I could bring some in, but YouTube will not let me. Next we have Alan Ladd and Sue Carroll, actor and actress. Sue was also a talent agent. One of her clients was Alan Ladd. They fall in love and get married. And just below, this is our final stop at the Sanctuary at Heritage. We have Rex Bell, actor, also later becomes lieutenant governor for the state of Nevada, from which I'm from, and also Clara Bow, the It Girl. Right next door is Alan Ladd. This is Howard Hughes Estate, 335 West Camino Norte. Secluded, not surprised, Howard Hughes would live in seclusion. Going to head down this way and get some video of the home anyway. Still feel creepy lifting cameras up over gates, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It's built in 1940. It's 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, 8,075 square feet, a living area. It was on the market as of March 2023 for $4.5 million. I've never been to Howard's grave. He is buried in Houston, Texas. Now we're at Frank Sinatra's house. It's listed as on a historic site number 77, class 1. That means the best for the city of Palm Springs. It's also a National Register of Historic Places. Frank lived here from 1947 through 1957. Sinatra has been quoted as he likes to get away from it all, but not too far away. This home seemed to fit the bill. It's a 4-bedroom, 5-bath home, 4,500 square living area. It was completed just in time for his party, New Year's party in 1947. Located on one of the main roads here in Palm Springs. Now you know where we're headed next. We're at the grave of Francis Albert Sinatra. He is regarded as one of the most popular entertainers of the 20th century. He has sold an estimated 150 million records worldwide. He was also in several movies. He's nicknamed Chairman of the Board or Old Blue Eyes. May the 14th, 1998, he has another heart attack. I live in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Strip dimmed the lights in his honor, and a casino stopped spinning for 1 minute. Very well respected. Also a close personal friend of President John F. Kennedy. Frank says that George Jones is the second best singer in the history of the world, and I got a kick out of that because I like George Jones. He's my favorite. This is called desert landscaping. The grass looks really nice considering this is the desert, so there's a good sprinkling system. Like Las Vegas, Palm Springs gets 4 or 5 inches of rain per year. This is the home of Chuck Connors, the rifleman. It's located at 2585 South Camino Real. It was built in 1963. The rifleman lives here from 63 until 74. This home is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,648 square feet of living area, a 2-car garage. Brezhnev was a big fan of the rifleman. Here he meets Chuck. I was thinking this was in the backyard, but the roof is different. We'll go out to Mission Hills and Fernando Valley, California, and make a grave visit. Before Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders, there was Chuck Connors, a multi-sport athlete. He plays for the Cubs, now the Major League Baseball, the National League, Brooklyn Dodgers, also in the National League, and for the Celtics. Now, he wasn't really a top-tier athlete. His field goal percentage was only 29%, free throw percentage 46%. This explains why he's an actor. He's better at acting than playing basketball and baseball. He dies of lung cancer November 10th, 1992. 6'6". We are at 252 Ridge Road. We're 5 minutes from downtown Palm Springs. This next famous home has a long drive, secluded gate. The home sits on a hillside. We have the main home and then 4 villas. The property sits on 28 acres. This is the home of Suzanne Somers. She lived here for over 44 years with her husband, Alan Hamill. She has her own garden with purified water and organic soil. Wish I knew the gate code. Suzanne wanted to eat healthy. Let me zoom up a little bit. I like catching Three's Company reruns. One of my favorite shows. The main home is 7,200 square feet of living area, 7 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. Well, you probably know where we're heading next. Please stay with me. Suzanne is interred here at Desert Memorial Park in Palm Springs. She starts out her career, I got some shadow, I'll back up. She starts out her career as a model. Her first movie part was in 1973 when she played the part of the blonde in the white Thunderbird in American Graffiti. Do you guys remember that? She also makes appearances on the Rockford Files, $6 Million Man, Love Boat, One Day at a Time. When she started in Three's Company, she was earning $3,500 per episode. Eventually, it was raised up to $30,000 per episode. But Alan wanted her to make John Ritter money, which was $150,000 per episode. Of course, this led to her getting booted off the show. .670 West Stevens Road is a former home of Debbie Reynolds. Just past these tall shrubs is a swimming pool, so the pool's in the front yard. Home was built in 1957, but obviously has been redone several times. Even the driveway here has been repoured. Looks like a brand new house. It's 5,560 square feet of living area, 4-bedroom home with 5 baths. Let's go out and pay our respects to Debbie and Carrie. Carrie dies December 27th, 2016. Mom dies the very next day on the 28th. Debbie marries Eddie Fisher in 1955 and gave birth to Carrie 1 year later, 1956. Debbie stars in Singing in the Rain, a 1952 movie. She records the song Tammy from her film Tammy and the Bachelor. It became a #1 smash hit for 5 weeks. Mother and daughter. Now we're at 328 West Mountain View Place. Probably the largest, nicest home we'll visit. Actually, it looks like a commercial building. But notice the in the back there, the tower with the tile on top. More about that shortly. There you go, Gene Autry's house. It's 13,500 square feet of living area. Sets a 1.5 acres property. The home is centered around a courtyard. It's built 1925. Here's a picture back in the day. Please notice the tower was copper, has a copper roof. It since has been replaced by the tile. 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, sold recently for $9 million. It certainly does look like a commercial building to me. Looks like a medical center or something. Quite a complex. Gene Autry is buried at Forest Lawn Cemetery at Hollywood Hills. He's close to Bob Barker. Bob Barker's buried to the left. To the right is Smiley Burnett and Jack Webb of Dragnet. He died October the 2nd, 1998. He lived in the house we saw just now in Palm Springs for only 1 year. Baseball fan and owner. He owned the California Angels. Quite an overachiever, really. This might just be my favorite home here in Palm Springs. It's the former home, the winter home of Clark Gable and Carol Lombard. They only lived here for 3 years because Carol dies of a plane crash back in 1942 just outside of Las Vegas. The house was later sold to Joe Douglas, the son of Kirk Douglas. It's located at 222 Chino Drive, Palm Springs, California. Built 1925, 4-bedroom, 6-bath house, 3,301 square living area. You can rent this baby for $8,617 per month, plus deposit. Or you can buy it for $3.8 million. The property tax is $36,115 per year. The price you pay to live in luxury. I've been kicked out of 2 mausoleums out of 2,400 grave visits I've done. This is one of them. The resting place of Clark Gable, dies 1960 of a heart attack. Carol Lombard, plane crash 1942.
And a wedding in the West. Clark Gable and Carol Lombard returned from Kingman, Arizona as Mr. and Mrs. Clark Gable. And even a girl like this thinks he's wonderful. This news means a good many broken hearts all over the world. But stick to the man you've got, girls, even if he has got flat feet.
Clark was married 5 times and linked romantically with many women around Hollywood. Life magazine calls Clark all man and then some. We're at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. The Kirk Douglas residence, completed in 1953. It's also listed in the City of Palm Springs tour guide, so it's to be expected that tourists will show up. 3-car garage, can't really see much of the house. I know it's 4,000 square feet. It's 5 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. Secluded. I want to explain, as long as I'm standing on public property, I can film private property all day long. It's legal. Because you cannot trespass the eyes. I've had the police called on me many times, not this friendly channel, but my other one, which is called True Crime with Diamond Dave. I've had the police come out. It's perfectly legal. Again, as long as you're standing on public property, you can film private property, as long as you don't go on their private property. If you do, you'll be trespassed. That's the law. That's how it works. Thanks for sticking with me this far through the video. We have a few more stops while we're here in Palm Springs. It's a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine, lots of fresh air. No customers. Okay, Kirk Douglas. Kirk and Ann Douglas, also the son Eric, are interned here. This is downtown Los Angeles. It's a cemetery right in the middle of skyscrapers. This was the winter home of Dean Martin. Looks like it's been sold. It's been sold a few times since Dean Martin owned the property. Looks like it's going through a remodel. A recent owner has purchased it, gutted the property, redoing everything. Lots of history in this home. Palm Springs, California. Since we're in town, we must stop by and visit the Elvis Presley honeymoon home. Elvis was here with Priscilla in May of 1967. This is also the home that Dick Grobe of the Palm Springs Police Department would guard. And Elvis would bring him iced tea through this gate out to Dick, as he sat in his cruiser with no air conditioning. They became acquainted. Elvis liked Dick's talent in marksmanship on a shooting range and hires him to be head of his security. Dick was with Elvis until Elvis's death, August 16th, 1977. I just got out of high school when I saw it on Channel 13 Eyewitness News. In this video, I went to several older videos and clipped out grave visits, incorporated them into this video. There's only 2 I did on this trip, and that was Suzanne Somers and Frank Sinatra. I'm getting a little bit brave here, walking up the drive. This is private property, but I'm dying to see what's behind the wall. Looks like a carport. This one's been fun. Palm Springs is a very pleasant town. Great restaurants, nice atmosphere. Hotel room rates are escalated. It's expensive to stay here. Looks like they're still building and remodeling around this cul-de-sac. Everyone needs to be remembered, and happy trails.